Welcome back everyone, and thought I'd do something a little bit different today. Basically I'm out in the woods, my local area, and what I'm going to be doing is just a short review of the use of a new pair of boots that I've got, Aku Pilgrim high legs. Really nice pair of boots. Aku, I've used lots of their boots over the years. Used them for military free fall, out in the field and exercise, and just general sort of tapping around the hills. And I find them to be very comfortable out of the box straight away, and pretty sturdy, you know. So I got these boots from Contact Left, really good company. So loads of kind of interesting outdoor and military kit. The customer service is really good, so well worth looking them up if you're looking for new gear, whether you're in the military or just, you know, outdoor use. So what we're doing today, as you can probably hear, well, it's a little bit rough, got a little bit of rain, a little bit of wind, and thought it'd be good sort of conditions to go and test these boots out a little bit. I have actually been out for a few walks in them already. It's only the third day I've had them, and but with the weather conditions changing a little bit, thought it'd be a good opportunity to actually test them a bit in some wetter weather. So stay tuned for this little video on the Aku Pilgrim high legs. Cheers. So these are the boots here then. As you can see, it's the high leg version of the Aku Pilgrims. So I went for the high leg version. I've not used these before, the high leg version. I've only ever had the short leg type. So I thought I'd give these a try. They're going to give better ankle support, obviously, because they go further up the ankle, and also a bit more protection from sort of wet ground and stuff like that. So any water that you might be crossing through, you've got a bit more height on the boot there. So on the actual boot then, so these are the Forest MTP colour, which are actually discontinued. So I was quite interested to see what these came out like. They're quite a nice colour, I think. They look a bit bright when you first get them, but once you've worn them in and you've gotten wet and muddy a bit, they tone down quite a bit. So this part here around the laces is like a darker brown. You can see the sort of truer colour there where it's been underneath my trousers. Then this upper part coming around the side here is like a lighter green, and then you've got a slightly darker green on this bit here and the heel here. All right. You've got a speed lacing system, so down here you've got the fabric kind of loops where the laces go through, and then you've got like a metal speed lacing system at the top here. Okay, so outside of the boot is just there, and then the sole itself then got a nice sole on them. So they've got the Vibram soles, and you can see there it's got a really good grip on them as well. And I've already done a couple of miles today in these, and yeah, the grip on them is really good. I've not had any problems with slipping around or anything like that, and it is really wet out here today. So yeah, good pair of boots. So I put these on pretty much out of the box, well, straight out of the box. Did about 5 miles I think in them straight away. A little bit stiff to start with. So what I did with them is I got them really wet intentionally, which helps flexing them up. So personally I think that's the best way of wearing your boots in, really. It's the best way I've found over the years. Get them wet, get them out in some wild environment, do some miles on them. So personally that's the best way I think of getting your boots squared away and comfortable, ready for future use. Right, as you can see I'm moving across a few different kinds of terrain here. It's quite a wet day here in the UK, so I thought it'd be a great idea to get out and just give them a bit of a shake out, get them worn in a bit of wet conditions and stuff. Yeah, that's fairly deep there, but yeah, I can feel that the water hasn't got in there at all, which they shouldn't. You know, they're Gore-Tex boots, but I don't think all Gore-Tex boots are as good as each other, I've got to say. These are really solidly made. I feel they'll give me ankles some really good support there, and the grip is really good. and that Vibram sole as well. You can see here I'm moving through sort of dense woodland on kind of a rough track, and even though I'm filming this and not paying attention to the ground much, yeah, they give me some good support. I'm not slipping at all, so that's great. As you can see, a bit mucky out here today. It's been raining this afternoon, which is perfect conditions for me to actually check these boots out properly. I don't want to take them out on a summer's day. It's nice and warm and they're not getting challenged. So yeah, nice and wet, nice and muddy. Still doing really well though, still dry, still comfy. Great pair of boots. Okay then, so I'm about the 4 mile point now. Boots are holding up really well, as I'd expect from a pair of Akus, but they're still very comfortable. Feet are still dry, even though I've been over lots of different varied terrain and ground. A lot of it's quite wet. I've been through a lot of wet intentionally, a lot of mud, shingle, rock, all that good stuff. And yeah, still comfortable. Good grip on the bottom as well as I'm moving over that wet terrain, which is obviously very important. A little bit of a backstory on what I'm doing then. I'm actually taking part in a virtual challenge in support of the Army Benevolent Fund. It's called the Heart of Wales Line Challenge. It's 144 miles. You've got to complete it within at least 77 days, so obviously I'm well on track for that, but it is actually a bit of a challenge for me because I was injured quite badly skydiving a couple of years ago. Smashed my femur right up, and I'm still not 100% recovered, so I'm just basically getting out there and doing a few miles each day. But if anyone is interested in supporting this, what I'm doing, I'll put a link in the description box below. So, you know, the Army Benevolent Fund do some great work for injured soldiers and their families. It's obviously a cause quite close to my heart. I've lost a lot of good mates over the years, and also had a lot injured. And not only that, you know, problems with PTSD and all that are quite prevalent these days. So yeah, I'll stick that in there anyway. Bit of interest. Cheers, and I'll catch you later. Okay then, so that's me coming up towards the end of my walk now. I've done about 6 miles. Boots are still, you know, fine. No hot spots or anything like that. Even though the last sort of K I've been some fairly hard surface actually. But yeah, still comfortable, still dry, which is great. So just a bit of conclusion then. A couple of things from today. Do invest in a decent pair of boots if you're going to be spending time on your feet in the outdoors. It's really worth it. I'd say it's the most important bit of kit to invest a little bit of money in. You know, whether it's Aku's or another brand, doesn't matter. Just invest in a decent pair of boots that's going to look after your feet, okay? Secondly, once you have invested in a pair of boots, get out there and train in them, okay? There's no point having the most fandango, spangly pair of boots going, and you know, they're just sitting in your locker or sitting in your closet or whatever, and you're not using them. Get them out, get on the hills, get around your local woods, whatever you're going to do. Get some mileage on your feet, because that's the only way you're going to wear them in, and that's the only way they're going to be ready for when you need them. Okay, so if you like what I've covered so far, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you again soon. Cheers.